So let's get right to it. Alongside Christine Bogie, I'm Dave Greek.
A dozen games to touch on, and we begin our night with Class A round ball. The Huskers made a few too many mistakes Saturday, 5 of those mistakes being turnovers. Gothenburg and Cozad are separated by 11 miles on Highway 30, not nearly enough distance to separate the distaste for the two schools when they step onto the gridiron. We're just getting this party started tonight. 11 more stops on this edition of Sports Extra. We're checking in with teams from the Tri-Cities after the break. The Chiefs on the road Sunday against the Raiders, looking to improve their record to 11-3 and clinch a playoff berth. Boys athletics at Donovan Trumbull on a tear through the 2013-2014 school year.
They have yet to lose in the major sports.
The Idaho men's basketball team was on the court tonight against UT Arlington up in Moscow at the Cowan Spectrum. Little worries for Grand Island Senior High in a playoff appearance. The Islanders are 6-1 undefeated in their district. But the records were there and all the signs pointed to a Colorado Ice victory. Colorado 5-0 at the Budweiser Event Center. Nebraska 2-4 on the road.
We are definitely going to stick to our guns on that.
That's right. Kearney Catholic, Adams Central, and more coming up after the break. Welcome back to the Big Red Rundown. We're now going to go live in Grand Island to Dave Greek, who's been checking out state volleyball all day today. Dave, you've seen some great games. Tell me what's been going on out there. Welcome back to the Big Red Rundown show. The Huskers were the big game of the day, but there were some other local teams in action today. We'll start with the UNK Lopers. Lopers looking to win at home on Senior Day before heading out of town next weekend for their last game of the season. Lopers on their home turf for the final time this year, taking on the South Dakota Mines Hard Rockers. Bronson Marsh out, Luke McNitt starting for UNK, hands off to Romero Cotton. Cotton battling through defenders, but as he gets brought down, the ball comes loose, and the Hard Rockers get on top of it and take control. Evan Sanders under center for the Hard Rockers, 4th down. He holds onto the ball, reaching for the 1st down, but a nice stop from the Lopers forces the turnover on downs. McNitt takes the snap, runs to his left. He gets hit by one defender but powers through before eventually being forced out of bounds by Patrick Shaw. Hard Rockers now in control of the ball. 4th down in punt formation, but they're not punting, it's a fake. The Nebraska volleyball team got their 3rd straight postseason sweep with a victory over San Diego last night, advancing them to the regional final against the #1 seed Texas for a highly anticipated matchup. Big thanks to Dave for all of his hard work during today's game, and a thank you to our title sponsor for today's broadcast, CPI. We'll be right back. The Husker women were on the court this afternoon, defeating UCLA 77-49, and tonight the men were in action against Florida Gulf Coast. Home opener for the Husker men, taking the court at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Here we go, first basket in the new arena, put in by Taran Petaway, 3-pointer, 3-0 Huskers. Later in the first half, backdoor cut for Siobhan Shields, two-handed dunk. Let's take a look at that again. Not too shabby there, 23-13 NU. Then it's David Rivers' turn. Off a nice feed, throws it down, 27-15 Huskers, and Nebraska takes this one, winning 79-55. The Broncos had a bye last week, but we're back on the field today in San Diego. I'm here with Sean Callahan from Husker Online, talking about the final home game of the regular season. Now, Sean, both of these teams are pretty similar. With so many fun events happening around the area, you certainly don't want to miss what's going on at the Minden Opera House. Joining us is Marcy Brandt of the Minden Opera House to tell us what they have coming up. So, Marcy, you guys just got done with a sold-out event, correct?
Yes,
tell me about that.
We'll be rocking.
Yes, it definitely will. Thanks so much, Megan. High school hoops up next. Grand Island Senior High and Lincoln Southeast both hanging ones up in the win-loss closet. Welcome back. We are in the kitchen with Lynette Brown, and she has filled us in on some fun facts about herbs and spices to get us going in the kitchen. But, yeah, we can't let you leave, though, until we actually try this. Is that, well, you're already into it, Tim. All right.
Yeah, you'll learn. I don't waste any time.
No, Tim. That's right. Lego Movie is still at the top of the box office. We need to check it out.
Got to go see this movie. And
from the thousands of applicants for our Drop-In Anchor segment, we selected Mike Tinas, a boys basketball coach at Hitchcock County High School.
Mike says he thinks Colonial Highlight would be fun and also wants to give his school some good pub.
Coming in at #1, who can forget the thrilling and incredibly moving touchdown run by the one and only Jack Hoffman. The Chiefs on the field yesterday looking to stay undefeated, hosting the Cleveland Browns.
Well, the Sochi Olympics have wrapped up, and while many Americans made us proud, none more than our very own Nebraskan taking home a medal in the final day. Kirk Tomasevich And the U.S. 4-man bobsled team taking home the bronze.
Fantastic.
It's amazing.
For 3 straight years, the Grand Island Senior High soccer team has yet to see a loss during the regular season. In the state tournament, it's an entirely different story. It's hard to believe, but baseball season is finally upon us, and I am definitely happy about that. LCSC finally got to practice outside last week in preparation for their home opener. That wraps up sports. We'll be right back after the break.